So the first mistake you don't want to make while setting your goals is setting goals that actually don't interest you, because that's like the main purpose. When you set goals that don't interest you, goals that are not actually important to you, you lose interest before even achieving the goal at the end of the day. So the first rule of goal setting is set motivational goals. Actually, set goals that interest you, goals that are important to you and of good value to you. Because if you set goals and your goals don't motivate you, it's going to be obvious. You're not going to follow through to the end. So try and set goals that are important and of good value to you. Goals that you know yourself that are going to follow through to the end. Because if your goals don't motivate you, you're not going to achieve it. If your goals are very irrelevant, the outcome or the chance of you even putting effort to it in order to achieve the goal is very rare. So try and make goals that actually motivate you, goals that are very important to you. And in order to make sure that your goals actually really motivate you, ask yourself, why am I doing this? If you have a reason doing it and you know that reason is very important to you, then the goal is motivational. And also ask yourself, if I were to tell my friends about this, am I going to tell them this reason for me making this goal? And if you can get that reason, that same reason you made up can be the reason. It can be what you use to motivate yourself at the end of the day when you're starting to feel down, or your confidence is reducing, or you feel like you don't have interest in achieving the goal or completing it. So without further ado, we're moving to the second rule, which is make smart goals. Your goals must be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So about making specific goals, your goals must be clear and well defined, because vague or generalized goals won't get you anywhere. They're just because they're not going to lead you to a specific direction. And remember to keep this in mind, you don't need a goal to lead you to where you're going to end. All you need is just a plan, so you can actually direct yourself to where you're going to end your life. About making measurable goals, let me make an illustration. Your goal is to lose 30 pounds, and you actually want to lose 30 pounds. So how do you know you've lost X amount of pounds? You have to be able to measure your goals. Okay, this week I've lost 5 pounds. Next week I should be losing 10 pounds. So okay, now it's next week I've lost 10 pounds. Your goals have to be very measurable. If you can't measure your goal, you have to start it. You have to make sure your goals are very measurable. Speaking about relevance, your goal has to be relevant to the pattern in which you want your life to go. Okay, so let's talk about your goal having a time bound. Your goal has to have a deadline. So at the end, you have time to celebrate. And making a specific time for your goal, making a deadline for it, will actually hasten you. So you know that, okay, by this time, if I don't achieve this, I've failed already. So it will hasten you to be more serious with achieving that goal. I hope you all get that point. So I'm moving to the third rule. The third rule is write it down. And the physical activity of actually writing your goal makes it very real and tangible. And also, while writing your goals, be careful not to use this word like I would like to. Stop using the clause I would like. Instead of using I would like to gain 5 pounds, use I will gain 5 pounds. It actually stresses the certainty and your intention of you actually doing that than using I would like to. You using I would like to is just like a main desire, but when you say I will, that means there's an amount of precision in that statement. The fourth rule is break it down. You have to break your goals into processes and bits so that you won't feel overwhelmed. Okay, your goal is to lose 50 pounds, as I said in the previous rule. Your goal is to lose 50 pounds. You cannot just start losing 50 pounds. You have to make steps. Okay, today I want to lose 1 pound. Tomorrow I'm losing 2 pounds. Next tomorrow you might want to lose 5 pounds. It depends on you and your individuality. So you have to break your goals into bits so that it can be easier and achievable for you. And breaking your goal into bits actually makes you to follow up, and it lets you know how far you have gone. Because when you break your goals into bits, it helps you to measure how far you've gone already. So moving on, I'm at my fifth rule, which is hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable by maintaining focus and discipline throughout the process of you actually working towards that goal. Because if you don't later achieve the goal, it's your fault. It's nobody else's fault. You are the only one that can hinder yourself from actually achieving what you want. Your greatest, somebody once said that your greatest enemy is you. You are the only one that can destroy yourself. Everything is you. So be careful and don't work against yourself during the process. And now I'm at my sixth point, which is stick with it, stick with the process. Remember that goal setting is not just a one-day job. It's not, you don't just make goal and just abandon it like that. You have to keep following it. You have to keep track. My one of my mentors will actually say keep track with it. Continue the process. Don't just make goal, abandon it and just think once something is going to happen magically, something like that. Goal setting is not about just making goals, it's about following it through to the end, because if you don't follow through to the end, there's no way you're going to achieve it. And at the end, you have to reward yourself, which is my seventh rule. Reward yourself. Rewarding yourself doesn't mean you have to have a huge party or doing something crazy. You just have to do something that gives you pleasure, to tell yourself that, hey, I did this, I deserve something for myself. So the next time you are going to be making a goal, make sure you implement these rules which I've told you, and don't make a mistake. Try to follow your goal to the end. And this is where I call it off on today's episode. So join me next week when I'll be dropping another amazing content. And hey, if you've never subscribed, it's time to subscribe now. Just click that button and subscribe so you can get a notification when I drop a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.